Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is our first time on the YouTube channel called Double Trouble Horror Movies Revealed. This is our first time being on YouTube channel for the first time, and I would like to discuss movies and horror movies and everything. But if you do like this channel, can you subscribe and likes? That way you add more videos to these things. So Sean, which movie we saw today?
Well, actually not today. We actually saw this movie called The Creature from the Black Lagoon on Thursday. It is, if I may add, how can I say this in a way? It is you can say that, a brilliant film. It's a very great horror film. It's a part of history. It's a part of lifetime in the history books of cinema. And just by the way it looks, it's still fresh. It's still content. And we were looking at it, me and Jimmy, we're just over reviewing it. You know what? There's no movies like this anymore. You hardly ever see a movie picture like this in movies or in horror movies by any means. And this movie still stands the test of time. It really never grows old. It still continues on.
That's right.
And the legacy of this is basically be inspired to write horror movies, to come up with horror movies, to think outside of the box when you want to make a horror movie. These movies, along with other Universal horror movies, is to come up with something fresh, something original, something that no audience, no Hollywood has ever thought of. And this is why movies like The Creature from the Black Lagoon still stand the test of time. It never gets faded away into the Hollywood scenery or the Hollywood history books. And we were just watching it. We were just astounded by the production of it, the craft, just the writing itself is so different this day. And the movie is very wonderful to see. I highly recommend I would highly recommend any filmmaker, any actor, any screenwriter, or any production people that wants to be inspired by movies. This is it. Mm-hmm. This is the one to look at. So what are your thoughts on this movie, Jimmy?
My thoughts were, when I saw this movie, it was pretty good. I liked the directing. The film it was brilliant. Especially in the water scene. Oh my God. On how they did it without no technology, without no CGI or special effects. The way they were filming it, brilliant. Richard, the creature from the Black Lagoon, my God, the way they swimming and everything, you don't see those type in those horror movies anymore. All you see is special effects, CGI, or stage thing, but you would never see this type of movies in theaters anymore. So, Creature from the Black Lagoon, one of the best movies ever made.
And also like to point out that the costume itself, when we were looking at it, the way that the way to just zoom in on it, it felt real. It felt like great. It felt like I feel like that the director wanted me to get into this character. He wanted me to look into the costume. He wanted me to look at this creature, to be feared, to be scared, to be frightened. And I liked it, and I liked the way the director just pulled me in out of nowhere. And that's really, really, really nice to look at. It was beautiful, well done. I love it. Just the whole thing of it, man. It's still astounding me. No matter how old this movie gets, it still stands the test of time. As I said it again.
Yeah. I think that this movie should get recognized more and more and more to future generation audiences besides children, not the children. If someone's become a screenwriter or filmmaker, you get to watch the Universal Monster movies first. You gotta watch them first, especially the silent ones. But this one, best movie ever made. I think it was filmed at Universal or Brazil, something like that. But I think it's the best of acting, the best of horror movies ever. Nobody can compare it to this horror of this. Nobody can compare it. So, if anybody using CGI on this type of movie, it's a waste of time. I prefer use it in films instead.
And if I may add, usually I'm okay with technology and horror, but how can I explain this in a way? If you're gonna use technology on horror, it has to be meaningful. You're gonna have to do this in the right way. That's what I'm thinking, and that's what I'm looking at when I look at horror movies. But this one, it is hopefully to God this movie never gets remake, because if it does, by all means, this movie is gonna be into technology as hell can be, because this movie cannot be remade, will never be remade, shouldn't be remade, shouldn't even be touched to be remade, shouldn't even be thought of remaking. If anybody will come over to say, Hollywood, you know what, let's remake this movie, leave this alone. It's meant to be the way it's meant to be, black and white with how it's made back in the day. No technology, no nothing, just plain craft of production, the way it was based upon, the way it was thought of, the way that it was meant to be, on just makeup, perfect, great, everything. So Hollywood, if you see this, if you get a chance to see this, this is a movie that you do not need to touch. You leave this alone. Never thought about it. Don't bring it up.
That's right, Hollywood.
Don't do nothing like this. This way it is meant to be the way it is, basically. So stop with the don't even think about looking at this movie and saying, you know what, let's remake this, because no, it's not. Leave it alone. It's meant to be like this. And what are your thoughts if they ever decide to remake this movie?
I think it's a waste of time, waste of money. Just grab the film, either put it on Blu-ray, make it way better, simple as that, and that's it. Simple, put it on Blu-ray.
Yes, good point on that. If you're gonna remaster it, restore it into DVD Blu-ray. That's all you gotta do. No need to go into think about rewriting this or nothing. No, leave this film alone. Don't touch it. Just put it on restoration or remaster it into the Blu-ray DVD player. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. So you ready to review this?
Yes.
Okay.
The directing part and everything. How would you like to rate it?
For the directing part, to Jack Arnold, which I don't know his work, his most of the work, but I just barely saw this movie like Thursday, and I give his directing, let's say, I give his directing 4 stars.
Yeah, me too. 4 stars. First time watching it.
I loved it. The way he brought us into the creature, and the way he just directed it just gives me a really, really good feeling that he wanted his audience to like, I want to bring you in. Get into this character. Look into this character.
That's
look
true.
At the actor. Not just the character. Not just the creature itself, but the actors as well. Take their time. Look at them. Look what they're going through. So I really like that process.
Me too. I really do like it. For the film part, was directing. You know what I'm going to give it? I'm going to give it up to 4. I'm going to give it to 4 because the way it was filmed, the underwater scene and everything, it was brilliant. For the first time that they lasted long, filming in the water. I don't know how they did it. Well, like I said, I don't know how they did it without no CGI or nothing. Brilliant film. But I give it a 4. A 4 films.
I would rate this movie 4 as well, because the film itself is so beautiful. I mean, it's still on film, which I love the fact to watch movies on film because it gives us the emotion, the rush, the feeling of it. It's so beautiful, well done. Always will on film. Nothing can compare to film, and it's just a great cinematic feeling, and I really love the process on how it was filmed on how it was shot on film, and just the way everything was beautiful, well done.
That's true. For the acting part, for the Creature from the Black Lagoon, I give it a 4. 4 Slade.
And I give the acting part 4 Slade as well, because the acting was was so believable, felt real, and especially from the creature from the Black Lagoon. He really put a lot of effort to it. Every actor on that film put a lot of effort into it. They made us want to feel scared for them, cried for them, wanted to save them from that creature from the Black Lagoon, and it was beautiful, well acted. Well, that's it for us.
Yes.
Thank you for watching the Double Trouble horror movie reviews, and we're gonna keep on doing more horror movie reviews. It's a lot, and I do thank you for watching once again. And please subscribe to us. Please help. Please share it and everything. And hopefully you'll watch the movies, and hopefully we inspire you to do what we're doing and help and just critique a movie, talk about it, learn what's great about it, what's not great about it, what they should have done, what they shouldn't done, and stuff like that. And again, from Sean to
Jimmy,
we thank you for watching.
subscribe and like.
Subscribe and like
From
Double Trouble Horror Movie Reviews. Till next time.